This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual Purge sanctioned by the US government.
A holiday with no rules, where all crime including murder is legal? Does this sound familiar? Well, believe it or not, but it's not the 12-hour annual holiday from the movie The Purge, but a real ancient Rome holiday. Hi there, I'm Ryan at F Your Review, and today we'll be talking about the 120 AD festival called Saturnalia. In the beginning, Saturnalia involved many interesting activities, including sacrificing animals and partying non-stop, and it originally only lasted one day. Throughout this day, the people would indulge themselves in plenty of alcohol and food, and the focus was around enjoying yourself and letting off some steam. By the year 120 AD, Saturnalia had gone from one day of celebration to a whole week, lasting from the 17th of December to the 25th. During this time, the rulers of Rome started to notice a potential rebellion within their people. In order to de-escalate anything bad from potentially happening, the rulers let the people know that during Saturnalia, not only were they allowed to break any rules, including violence on this week, but they were also encouraged to do this. The powerful rulers thought that this would be a great way for the people to let out any pent-up anger on each other rather than it being aimed back at them. They thought that this would lower the chances of rebellion against their government and would also give them a taste of what life would be like without any of the ruling class's rules. For them, this felt just like a win-win. During this week, all work environments were closed, meaning that if you have any tasks that needed completing, it was certainly encouraged to get them done by the 16th. Another area within the week holiday that was relaxed was clothing. During Saturnalia, people wore extravagant clothing with bright colours and creative styles. Executions were delayed until after Saturnalia, and even any potential wars were put on pause. The courts were closed, so if someone was violent or breaking the law, there was nothing you could do about it. Around the 120 AD mark was said to be mostly just partying and a bit of fun. However, during the later years, this slowly took a rather sinister turn. Once people realized that there was little to no punishment for violence and abuse, people used this holiday to murder others that they hated or intimidate and threaten people by setting their homes on fire and vandalizing their property. Death saw a large increase, and so did murders and assaults. Burglars began noticing who was out partying at the time, and then would sneak off to their house and burgle them when they weren't in. They used this loose, relaxing view of morals and law to their advantage, and so did many other people. This once loved holiday full of festivity and cheer slowly became a nightmare of a week for some. Women were regularly assaulted, and murders became a regular occurrence. Even though these weren't seen as illegal, the court would have normally been seen as a safe place, somewhere that they can go when all of this is letting loose. However, with the court being closed for this week, a lot of people had nowhere to run. Even the royalty was involved in this too. They would invite a winner to be treated like a king for a day, treated to the best food and sweetest wine, and would even invite a lot of women to spend the night with him. The next day, they would take him to Saturn's temple and brutally murder him as a sacrifice to the gods. Now, you might think that an event like this that got out of hand and allowed no rules to be the only rule wouldn't have lasted long. However, somehow, even though there was an excess amount of murder, violence, fires, robberies, and much more, this event went on for, wait for it, over 150 years. This week of anarchy finally saw a change though. By the year 312 AD, new laws were set in place that got in the way of the Purge-like activities. This still remained a carnival-like holiday with fancy clothing and excessive drinking. However, the murder and the all crimes being legal began to fade away. In the year 449 AD, the holiday of Saturnalia wasn't celebrated anymore. Instead, there was a new one that was celebrated. You may know about this holiday. It's a festival called Christmas. Well, that's all from me about the festival in Saturnalia. What do you guys think we should make a video on next? I read all the comments below, so make sure to leave one about what scary content we should look into. Also, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe with notifications on. Until next time, horror lovers, peace.